All right, so Miranda, on this problem, the first thing we have is this set equal to 0. Okay, so the first thing we want to do is now substitute in our half angle formula. So Kevin, what I'll do is I'll rewrite this as 1 plus cosine of x divided by 2 minus sine of x equals 0. Now, like the last problem, we need to make sure we have it isolated before we can undo the square roots. So I'll add the sine of x over to the other side. Okay, so now I have the square root of 1 plus cosine of x divided by 2 equals sine of x. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it makes perfect sense for me to square both sides to undo the square root. Okay? So then, now I have 1 plus cosine of x divided by 2 equals sine squared of x, right? Now we need to get rid of the 2 in the denominator. So I'll multiply by 2 on both sides. Make sure those divide out. So now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm left with a 1 plus cosine of x equals 2 sine squared of x. Now, where do we go from here? How are we going to factor this? Please remember that sine squared of x plus cosine squared of x equals 1. So therefore, I can rewrite sine in terms of cosine, or I'm sorry, rewrite sine in terms of cosine by saying that sine equals 1 plus cosine of x equals 2 times sine is now going to be 1 minus cosine of x. Does everybody see what I did there? Does anybody have any questions so far from here? Because now I have an equation that's all in terms of cosine squareds. Thank you. Now it's in terms of cosine squareds. I apply the derivative property, and I have 1 plus the cosine of x equals 2 minus 2 cosine squared of x. Now I set it everything equal to 0. So what I'll do is I'll add 2 cosine squared of x and minus 2 over here. Okay, so therefore I have 0 equals 2 cosine squared of x plus cosine, plus cosine of x minus 1. All right, but we're not done yet, guys. The video is going to shorten out. So I still now go ahead and factor this. And again, if you don't know how to factor it, I would go like this, 2x squared plus x minus 1, and go and factor it. And what you guys will notice is 0 equals 2 cosine of x minus 1 times cosine of x plus 1. Then apply the 0 product property. You get cosine of x equals 1/2, and cosine of x equals negative 1. Hold on, just real quick. So then when I solve these, I know x equals pi over 3, 5 pi over 3, and -1 is at pi. However, ladies and gentlemen, when you go and check your extraneous solutions, you need to plug the answers back in. And what you'll notice, there's only 2 answers, pi over 3 and pi. When you plug these values back into your equation, those are the only ones that still make the equation true. When you plug in 5, 5, or 6, it does not make 0 equal 0. So therefore, this is extraneous. Bam!